12th of June 2022. We got a beautiful looking day. Of course, over here we got clouds coming from the mountains, so we're going to get some rain. That's coming. There's no doubt about it. But we had a beautiful evening last night. The kids and I took a big hike. Beautiful aura around the moon. It was sticky though, and this morning when I was up walking the dogs, when the sun first come out, it was scorching. It was hot, but we got the cloud cover now, and it cooled off quite a bit. So it's a lot better now than it was earlier. But we did get some. They started bringing water in with fire trucks. They're off today because it's Sunday, but they're coming in every day and filling up all our barrels. It's kind of funky water, but at least it's good for flushing the toilet and washing what we got to. We're gonna have to take our clothes up to a laundry somewhere. They have some tanks up by the tower. The valve that we were getting water from that filled our jugs quick, that doesn't work anymore, so they have these big tanks there now, and they claim it's decent water to drink, and I'm not drinking it, but I don't even want to cook in it. But that's what they brought in. We've been way over a week now with zero water. We hear, oh, they're working on it, but we've gone by there every single time we go by there. We haven't seen anybody doing a damn thing. So don't know what's going on. Are we ever going to get water again? You know, I don't get this place. I don't understand how you can buy a new house. And just be careful, guys, when you come here. Ask questions. You know, get it in writing. Do whatever you can to make sure you got a place that has water. We're planning our trip down to Manduro, and we're going to go in the beginning of July. We can't get a firm date on the kids for school. Even tomorrow, they were talking about Dorothy having school tomorrow instead of the online learning, and they can't even give us a date if it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, this is just how things are done here. So know that when you come, and then it won't be too much of a headache. I did. So, but we're doing pretty good here. We're looking forward to getting in the house. My wife was finding some more like Kubo houses, and we want to get a bathhouse built in case there's a storm or something. You know, we could have a good concrete structure we're in. Yeah, put steel shutters for the windows. I think it's going to be pretty cool. One thing I don't understand on houses, and I actually requested this in the house I'm in now. I wanted them to make a chaseway all the way up to the roof, run it out the roof, so there'd be a vacuum, you know, for the stove and to draw air in. We're going to do that in our little bathhouse. I'm going to build that up, whether it be a pipe or what have you, so that we can get a vacuum, keep some air moving in there. It's definitely. We're going to go this way. It's definitely hotter there than it is here. We're right now in the very hot season. It's still not bad. There's a nice breeze now, even though the sun's out. We got a good breeze, so that's good. We got our little pup is doing absolutely fantastic. She's just sleeping now. She found we're not having her as an inside the house dog. She comes by the door. The only time we let her in is when we're holding her. She's going in the grass. She's pretty much time it. You give her something to eat. As soon as she eats, take her out. I got her some good puppy chow. She sucks it up. You can give her too much because she just keeps eating until it's gone. She doesn't seem to stop like Shakes does. So we got to watch we don't give her too much. Just a handful 3 times a day. As soon as she's done feeding, we take her for a walk. She's got her spot now. She goes, and we're not having trouble. She follows us well. When some workers were here this morning, and she ran over to them, and I whistled, and she turned around, looked at me, and came running. So she's picking up things pretty quick. I think she's an intelligent little dog. Still don't know exactly what kind she is, mutt, I guess. But she's a nice pup, and I think she's gonna make a nice addition to the family. Shakey's a little bit jealous, so we've been giving her a little bit of extra attention and petting her up. But she does shepherd the little dog. If the little dog starts getting away, she runs behind it and nudges it back over towards us. So, you know, that's something kind of motherly, I guess. But Shakey's in heat, and so we got to really keep an eye on her, not let her out, because I don't want her getting knocked up. But I was watching news also. Nothing that is any different than what's been going on. You know, they got this, I did see one news thing about Pelosi's husband, that they dropped the charges on his DUI. And you know that's how that's going to be. You know, the little guy's going to pay and do time, and they're going to extract as much money, and the rich guy's going to get off scot-free. That's just how it works. So, but I also saw a thing on there that when he was 16 years old, him and his brother were in his sports car, and of course he flipped it, drunk. They had him dead to rights being drunk, and killed his brother. You know, the brother died in the accident. So this is something that's been going on with the guy. It's a shame, but this is how it goes. You know, when it comes to the rich, they're going to do whatever they want. You look at the one rich guy was talking about, he says the cattle that flies on commercial flights. He says, we don't have to wear masks or do any of that stuff because we just go on a private jet. So, you know, there's rules for thee and not for me. That's just how things are going to work. That's how they've always worked, though, guys. That's probably never going to change. And I do believe this NWO is they're on full court press, guys. They're showing this January 6th farce to get you distracted away. It's very, very big watch right now. And then old Johnny Depp, that was a big thing. Now they got all these shootings going on. That's not organic. That's not people just deciding to shoot up a school or all this, or shoot up anything. I truly believe that's the GOVT doing this. You know, to get the guns, they can't push their agenda without them. You know, well, as long as the folks have them, you've got a line of defense. And when it comes to it, you look at in wars past, as long as the people are armed, they could fight back, and it doesn't matter if you got a big military. It's just a little generic folks out there is going to put a stop to them and hold them up, keep them from their objectives. So that's how it goes. But I'm glad they started bringing the fire trucks and stuff and bringing water in. But we still got to haul water. I mean, just to bath, we got to do the water and all that crap. And it's really, really disillusioned with this whole place. You know, the whole place. I thought, well, this is going to be a great place to raise the kids. And there's my little sweetie. But I thought it was really going to be something. But it's seeming more and more it's not the place for us. There's just too many of these jokers that run the show that they just don't give a damn. You know, they just absolutely do not give a damn about any of the people here. So it's just the way it goes. But we did have a beautiful night when we were walking last night. The kids and I, we saw a beautiful aurora on the moon. It was very nice. Not seeing that many planes flying over anymore. I don't know what's going. I see Governor Gwynn made the mask optional. If you want one, wear one. I don't know why. All she has to do is say you don't have to wear a mask anymore. You don't got to say it's optional, because people are still going to wear them. There's still a lot of people that wear them, and that's up to them. You know, it should be up to them. I don't think it's a good idea to have those with all the funk that gets on them. You look in my kitchen, if you leave a rag on the sink and don't wring it out and make sure it's real dry, they get funky. I can smell them from an arm's length away. They get funky. And so these masks, you know, we use masks for the kids, not the ones you buy, the ones that we got, and they use them. We wash them out if they have to put them on. But nobody's pressing it here right now. Nowhere that I went is pressing it. Now, when we were up in San Jose, it seems they're pushing a little bit more. That's the same problem we had with, I think, because of the governor or what have you. But look here, we just noticed this today. They're going to start this one. doesn't look like these houses are going to be too much longer. There's going to be the people in. I believe that's a brother and a sister that are moving in there. But look at this, guys. They're humping. They've got 4 separate crews working now. And I feel bad for these guys up in the corner over here. You know, they moved in like the day the water quit. So they've been in this house the whole time. Absolutely no water in the house. You know, so, and that's not right. When it comes to Demeter land, you've got a warranty on your plumbing for 6 months. So I personally think if we don't have water for a month, their 6 months should not start from the day they moved in. Absolutely not. It should not start then. But these guys over here, and it's a royal shame. I mean, brand new house, and they can't even flush a toilet or anything. They're having to haul water and do all this crap, and it's a shame. But this is another one. I don't think it's going to be too much longer. They're going to be in this one. I think they got cabinets going already. Guys were here painting yesterday. Now, on these fences, they don't put any primer down. They just paint them. So it's going to be like ours. The paint's going to come off that galvanized. But the kitchen's pretty much done. It's not a bad place. It looks okay. I would have had that like concrete instead of gravel. But that's just how they're doing it. But they got 2 parking spots. Kind of nice if they need them. I don't like to park on our septic because that concrete's not that thick. We don't use ours for a parking thing. We're just going to park on the street. Our neighbors over here don't have a car, so it's not going to crowd it up. But once the houses get in here, if you look at this street, you know, they're going to have to get a thing where everybody parks on just one side, or they have to stagger the cars so you can drive through. I don't believe we need speed bumps in here because you're never going to be able to go fast enough. You know, a lot of these other people that are coming and looking at the house, they're coming in cars. So, you know, they're not walking up. So there's going to be a lot of cars in these streets, and the streets are too narrow. You'd think, you know, they try to maximize the house space, and they don't really think about the trouble it's going to cause with the cars and on the street. You know, look down there. You park a car across from that white car, you're not getting through. And last night too, when we were walking, so many more nails. You know, so many nails and stuff. I hope I don't have to be plugging up my new tires, but probably, you know, it's just the way it goes. I did get my wiper blades on. I got my new wiper blades. They went on nice and easy, Bosch ones. So, and they seem to be really doing a good job. This particular wiper too, it was a 22-inch. I bought a 21 because when you turn it on high, it would hit this. It would come off the window and hit this and make a hell of a noise. And sometimes you need the high. You need the high when it's raining. These downpours we get. So I got one that was a 21, and now when it goes up, it stops. You can see it stops like right in here. So that's cool. That's going to be a little bit better, but we're all dirty again. Yeah, I got to get this beast washed up. But I didn't put the hubcaps back on. They were rattling too much. The thing that happened was these little, there's a little rubber thing right here, and they're like not good. They hardened up so they don't hold the thing on. But that's the tire. I don't know if you can read that. That's the tires we bought, and they seem really good. Very quiet. To me, I think they were a pretty good deal, and we need good tires with these kids in the car. We're going to be doing a lot of trips coming up here soon, and try to get this Mindoro property developed. And you know, down there, everybody you talk to, they got plenty of water. The folks, they don't really bother you down there. Nobody seems to bug you. So hopefully it's going to work out. I know it's going to be a lot hotter, that's for sure. But we do want to get a cutting from this guy here. I haven't seen any of those down in Mindoro, but I sure do like this thing. I think it's kind of real pretty. My buddy Onad took a picture of it on his phone and gave me the name of it, but I didn't write it down, so I forgot. And But our little puppy too, we should have named her Digger because she digs a little bit in here. But this is if she doesn't get out the gate, because she can't get out through this thing. She doesn't really try to go out even if the gate's open, unless we go. But she poos in there, and my wife, she was like, oh, I don't want her pooing in there. I said, well, it's better than pooping on the concrete. She won't poop on the concrete, which is really good. I remember being in the States. I never remembered. I can't remember a day where a dog pooped on the concrete. They always go in the grass somewhere. And we try to keep her away, not where the workers are going to walk or anything. She tries to, our new pup tries to go where the short grass is. Well, that's usually a path for the workers. So she did poo on the path, but I went and picked it up, threw it in the deep grass so the guys wouldn't step in it, because that sucks. You'd be working and step in the dog pie. That's no good. But that's our new little buddy, our little neighbor guy. He likes to play. They have a girl that helps keep an eye on them, kind of like a housemaid. And she takes all the kids for a walk during the days, which is kind of nice. And he's a nice little boy. He plays good. Same age as Moo. And they're playing. Don't throw sand at each other, guys. But they do pretty good. They're playing. I'm glad they're staying out of the bad construction areas. I let them play on the sand. They just got to watch because there's so much debris in here. Here's the new one they put in. Look at this. There's a brand new. They just threw this in here, and this is just what they do here at Demeterland. That's their deal. Now this one basically got covered up now. There's glass under there though, but this is their shtick. This is what they do. They don't live here, so they don't really give a crap. Now that if one of my kids fall in that, they're dead. So we have to get somebody. We have to pay to get somebody to haul this out of here, which is just unbelievable. And then you got that big pile full of nails of debris over there in about the center of the camera. That's another big pile. So we have to really be careful with the kids. I understand it's a construction site, but this guys, is absolutely 100% uncalled for. This is just not giving a crap on anything, and this is what you may deal with when you get a new home built, unless you do it yourself. That's our plan when we go down to Mindoro. I'm gonna be there. We'll get the septic in and the NIPA house in, and we'll get that taken care of, and then I'll run that construction site and get that done. I don't think it'll take too long. We're not really building a big place. We'll sleep in the NIPA hut, and then we'll have the bathhouse, and we can even put beds in there for a storm and stuff. Just hang them on the wall. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Just blabbing a little bit today. Not a lot going on for us. My sweetie's just inside doing a little bit of cooking. I'm doing a fast for a couple days. Try to get my system cleared up a little bit. That's something everybody should do. You should do yourself a fast. But you can see look at that. Look how that storm's going to be coming in. Got to get my windows closed. But I did check the air pressure on all the tires, and they're all spot on when they filled them up, so we don't have any leaks. I did ask them to make sure they put a lot of that sealer on here so the rims seal up good, and they did. Front end alignment is perfect. It tracks really good, and they're balanced. I see the guy said down at the Goodyear, he said a lot of people that come in and get their tires, even the big trucks and stuff, like that big SUVs here, he says they won't pay the 150 pesos per tire to spin balance them. 150 for $3. And he says you're one of the first ones. He said we started offering it in the tire price, because you get a brand new vehicle, you got to have your tires balanced if you're going to be on the highway. When I was very young, I had a V-Dub, and it had these big 600s on the back, and pretty good sized tires on the front. It was the old one that had the cleats. It didn't have a rim that came off. It had the cleats like on a truck, and they wanted a couple bucks to balance these things. It was more like a truck tire on these things, and That thing, when I had the first set of tires on it, was the best mannered highway vehicle. It just, the back end would just sit down and that thing would just float along the highway. It would only do about 75. If I just held it to the floor, sometimes 80. That was it. That's all she had. But it cruised it good. It was a great car. And then when I put those new tires on, I didn't balance them, and man, you felt it. You absolutely felt it. So I wound up taking them back and paying the guy to balance them, and that fixed it. But you got to balance your tires. You just have to. So, but I'm gonna let you go. And this is a beautiful day. And don't forget to pray for each other. And you got to pray for the leaders too. Hopefully, these people will see what the heck they're doing and quit going after the money. I don't understand these people that are billionaires that they got to keep having more and more and more. That's a shame. So y'all take care. This is Rick Shaw out.